Yo, what's good? It's Skano from the gutter. Y'all starting to. I told you he only care about rich elitists. You know, yeah, he was talking all that woo woo. That was to get in office. You know, that's the hustle. He's about to show his true colors now. So there's talk that, there is not talk. He actually is trying to pass a bill to, cut welfare, public assistance, Section 8, all these social programs that are in place, for people who are, uh, you know, economically pressed. And things are going to get, it's going to get sketchy, man. Things are already sketchy. I told you he does not care about the average American. This nigga only care about rich elitists, preferably rich white elitists, But I see a lot of white people on the internet that, they shook right now in regard to this, this welfare cut. What do you know? It's not just black folks that's on welfare. Damn, who'd have thought? There was a woman on the internet. She got 5 kids by like 6 dudes. No cap. Getting $5,000 a month in food stamps. And another rack in cash or in money. And she's bitching and moaning, talking about what y'all expect me to. Now, this woman, the oldest I think was 15, and the youngest is like an infant. Niggas done peeped the game on you welfare queens. And this is not. Let me start by saying this. I grew up for a majority, I don't say a majority, but a large percentage of my youth. I know all about welfare and public assistance. This was back when you had the actual book of food stamps. You couldn't just slide the card off in there and be, on some inconspicuous. This was back when you had to actually go in there with that big thick ass book of food stamps. You couldn't take them out. They wouldn't let you had only the singles, the ones, the 5s, the 10s, the 20s. I think they went up to 50. They had to stay in the packet. You couldn't tear them out. That's how they would play you. You had to whip the whole food stamp, different colors. I think the ones was brown, the 10s was like fucking Monopoly money. Y'all ain't hip to that shit. I'm just saying, I'm not on no funny shit or on no high horse here. I know all about it. I came from the jets, straight out the, So let's be clear. But it's the individuals who's pimping this shit. It's meant to be a stepping stone. These social programs, Section 8, welfare, stepping stones, to help you, implement until you figure out, But people are actually trying to pimp this shit for life. Niggas is hip to you welfare queens now. This is why y'all got women out here with 7 baby daddies, 10 kids by 7 different niggas, because it's part of the hustle. Y'all don't want to work. This is y'all, you know what I'm saying? So you got individuals out here just pimping the system, been on welfare 20 years, 30 years in some cases, having kids for the last 10, 20, 30 years, just pimping this shit. And got the nerve to complain about how am I going to pay this, and how about working? How about getting a hustle, a real hustle, and stop hustling the American taxpayers? Because like I said, man, this isn't about the people that actually, and this is fucking it up for the people that actually do need it. The people who have young families in a certain tax bracket struggling, man. And they want some type of decent living environment. And they just need that bridge until they find a better way. Until they make strides in life. That's what the shit was meant for. It wasn't. I think some of y'all actually filed. Anyway, so as I said, man, And it's obvious. And y'all gonna begin to see more and more of his policies. Like, dude is gonna start showing his true colors. He already been showing his true colors. It's just that, like I said, a lot of people voted out of pure hate, spite, animosity for these illegal immigrants, and y'all really didn't read between the lines. I'm talking about poor conservatives, poor MAGA members, so why y'all here bullshitting? So what it comes down to, there is a large segment of our country, that feel like, and I'm not talking about illegal immigrants, I'm talking about Americans who feel like they should have it on easy mode through life. How the hell you really gonna get anywhere like that, though? Because if you stay on Section 8 and on these social programs, I'm saying for life, they put a cap on your income. You can't have no other income. I know people be having little side hustles and whatnot, and that's what I'm saying as far as get down how you live, but I'm saying there's a lot of people pimping this shit, man. And y'all fucking it up for the people that actually need it. So when they fuck around and start cutting all this shit, it's going to be a lot of people out here in a bad way, man. And I'm not talking about you lazy ass, scam artists, because that's basically what y'all are. Except y'all too damn lazy to actually implement a scam, a actual hustle, So, you're going to have to figure something else out. You know what I'm saying? You're going to have to, shut down the waterworks, shut down the pipelines, and actually get out here and put feet to the pavement and get you a hustle. Because the days of hustling the system, that shit is coming to an end. And like I said, man, I'm not talking down my nose to anyone. It's just... But one thing I will say, right quick. Why this nigga talking about cutting these programs, these social programs, for Americans? As I've said before, we got millions upon millions of dollars going out of this country to relief funds for other countries somewhere across the sea that you will never step foot in. They got millions upon millions of dollars going over to these different places for whatever reason. But you're talking about cutting social programs for the people that need it most here. Not you lazy bums, but people who actually are just trying to, like I said, need that bridge. So they actually should break this shit down, man. I'm saying if that law does get passed, which I hear is being, right now, that shit is being held up. I doubt it ever get passed. But if it does, ain't no way they should lump everybody in the same. They need to go case by case. Actually do your damn work. Go case by case. It ain't hard to figure out who the hell. But if you've been on welfare for 20 years, goddamn it, that's it. You're cut off. I mean, how much more? You know what I'm saying? Your kids should be grown by now. Goddamn. That's what I'm saying. Like, people just generation after generation after generation. Get your ass up and go to work, man. But what they should do is differentiate between the people who are actually young, young families, the elderly. Ain't no fucking way in the world y'all can cut these programs with all these elderly people out here that need that. So that's what I'm saying. They're going to have to be specific about, the process of this. Going through case by case, and figuring out who actually relies on this shit and needs it. And the people who actually just pimping the system. And I know it ain't always a cut and dried, black and white. Do your damn homework, Y'all can figure out all type of shit. Figure out who actually is scamming the system. Because just to start cutting these programs across the board, that ain't it, man. 216 Skano. You already know. Get a job.